Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 21. Last episode, we played through the first half of our first season. We did a little more explaining than I'll normally do. We finished the draft, and it's time to move on. Now, one of our kind posters pointed out that Mr. Rutschman's actual primary position ought to be catcher. So we set him as a catcher. His value instantly improves a fair bit, which makes him a far more viable prospect, I think. And also makes it doubly smart that I didn't try to draft a new catcher in the draft. Which is good. Now, we have a few more players that want a bit of cash from us. Not all of them, but some. So Jack O'Dowd would like a signing bonus. Now, Mr. O'Dowd is an okay fielder, I guess. He did play... Oh, he's committed to playing at Vanderbilt. It's... like, he's a reasonably good power hitter as a shortstop who will probably stay a shortstop. I don't know if that's enough to pay him $600,000, though. I've only got so much money. So I can basically afford, according to my stupid jerk owner, I can afford two more of these guys. O'Dowd's a possibility. Norris, no. Norris will never have enough control to be a good major league regular. I don't believe. I will put him on as a draft guy just because I want to see how he develops if he goes to school. No, you're an objectively bad hitter. Oh, what I'm going to do, just so I don't forget, is I'm going to offer these people $0. Oh, here, sorry. I have to offer them something. Here, have Q. Have $1. Norris, I will not be offering, so I'll offer him $1. Because worst case scenario, they accept my offer, and best case scenario, you know. Of the players I've seen so far, O'Dowd is the one I think I'd be most willing to give a shot to staying in the majors. I'll come back to you. Not that Myles Garrett, but a Myles Garrett. I don't think so. He did a good job of keeping it in the ballpark his 1 year high school. But no, I think we're going to go ahead and offer him the $1, the kiss of death. Jackson Wiggins. No. Maybe as a reliever? I don't even think then. Dante Girardi. If I was certain he would develop to this level, I would probably give him a shot. Nah, he's not as good as O'Dowd. $1. Alec Gonzalez. No. If I could offer you 50 cents, I would. Zachary Murray. A decent pitch mix, good stamina, but he's not going to have enough control, I don't think, to be an outstanding pitcher. So I'm going to offer you $1. Jorge Ortega cannot hit and doesn't play very well enough. I'm going to go ahead and offer Jack O'Dowd the money. Of all the players I've seen later on, I think he's the most worthy of signing. And then maybe one more if we can afford it. Senor Montez. He can't really hit. And maybe he'll get better, but for right now, pass. Jack Crowder, sidearm. No. Just no. Brock Wilken. He's kind of interesting. Look, he plays a bunch of positions. None of them admittedly super great. Real good raw power. OSA likes him even more. But more thinks he's a little bit more polished. How was your high school competition? Actually, let's see if I want Joey Yancey. I don't think I do. Ooh. Oh, man. But here's the problem. He's Russian. I don't know if I could pass that up. I'm going to let him walk. He's too soft a tosser. I'd want to see him put a couple more miles an hour before I'd even consider kicking the tires out. I do want to track him, though. And then I will go ahead and offer Brock Wilken a contract just because it's not going to cost me very much. And I think he's got an interesting skill set. So, Joey, $1 for you. Okay. So we've already added some decent talent in the draft, and it's just going to depend on us to make sure that we keep investing in ourselves. Potential. Okay. Now that he's a catcher, his value becomes far more apparent, and also convinces me that I don't want to lock Cisco down. Give me a scouting report on him, please. And I'm sure it's going to instantly stop me. Okay, most people are not satisfied. That's understandable. Here we go. What do we know based on his scouting report? We literally gained no additional information about him. We're just more certain that he is what he is. And what he is isn't bad. But right now he's kind of blocking one of our best prospects. Now, okay, Rushman is basically making Double-A his bitch. Like, he's doing too well. I have to promote him to Triple-A. I don't have another choice. He's doing too damn well. That's pretty scary. Fletcher is struggling a bit in Double-A. Looks like he's been kind of stuck here for a while. So we'll give him some time to work on that. And then there's no rush for that. Hall is struggling. Rodriguez is okay, but again, he'll get some more pitching time in. We're good. No. You guys have to pick one Baltimore Oriole to make the All-Star team, so I hope you find someone. Alec Gonzalez, not satisfied. Okay, 2 people have signed. Ty Floyd, I'm going to take control of your demotions promotions. I'm going to shortlist you on my default shortlist. You're an 18-year-old kid. I think staying in rookie ball is totally fine. Senor Casas, you are not an elite level prospect, so I'll just let the AI run you. And you'll end up where you end up. And then a lot of people are telling me to go fuck myself, which is fair. I did lowball most of them. Yeah, I'm not going to sign you guys. Keyshawn. I wish I'd paid more attention. I can't give you $9 million. I guess you're just going to go to college and I'll just lose a 5th round pick. It's unfortunate, but it's whatever. Oh. Do I have anyone remotely Major League ready? I have Cole Stewart. I mean, then again, I don't really care if he misses significant time. Let me go ahead and actually put him on the disabled list. I'm going to go ahead and give Cole Stewart a chance. And then Stewart, just go ahead and slide in there in the number 3 hole. Okay, Tanner Witt, 17 rookie balls, fine. Casey Schmidt, 21. I would like to put you in... Oh, did you already promote him to short season? You did. Okay, perfect. That's a really nice touch, actually, that you're automatically promoting them. Tanner Witt is a 55, so I take control. And you get shortlisted. Senor Schmidt is not, so he can just make his way through the system. Davini is fine. Cole, I will keep an eye on. Brock Wilkin. You'll figure it out. We gave up 3 homers. That's not great. And it's even worse because he'd only hit 1 home run up to the season up to that point. Woof. You're good. Hooray. Irving Ortega. You know what, bro? You've been an A-ball an awfully long time. I think you've earned a promotion to AA. And then Mr. Hancock. Yeah, definitely taking control of you. That's such a cool name, right? Emerson Hancock. Wish my name was Emerson Hancock. I don't, but I kind of do. We might also want to start scouting next year's draft class. But I think we can wait until next season for that. Expiring personnel. I mean, my pitching's been pretty terrible. I don't think I'm losing anything by letting him leave. Bench coach, how do you get along with the current team? You don't really. I think I can let both of you walk. Mid-season, we have a new top 100 prospects. I now have 2 in the top 10. I'm the 2nd overall group, which is pretty great. Including the guy just drafted 1st overall. Grayson Rodriguez. Oh, sorry. Given his arm, I would probably, if I was going to take him out of being a two, if I was going to make him a permanent like outfielder, I would. But he's one of the best pitchers I've got. So, oh, now one of the guys I just drafted. Who did you predict I would take? Oh, it doesn't say. That's fine. Draft history. There was a guy I grabbed who was really good, but I grabbed him mostly because he was a really good hitter. Now, who was that? Maybe I didn't end up taking him. Maybe that's my issue. It's fine. Actually, no, I just look at the draft log. It was someone I definitely took in the first few rounds. Was it you? No, you can't hit. Tanner's just a third baseman. Harold Kroll's just a second baseman. Yeah, Casey Schmidt. Set game strategy. I thought there was somewhere in here where you could instantly set someone as a two-way player. I just have to count that my manager's going to recognize that he should really be doing both things. That's fine. We're real bad this year, guys. Super duper bad. So the good news is pretty much any move we make is going to make our team better in the long run. So we just don't want to rush things, right? Adley took a big step forward now that he's back at his natural position. Thank you again to the commenter who pointed out he should have been a catcher all along. Richie Martin looks slightly better. Yusniel Diaz. Probably fine where he is. That's not a good sign that I've already seen one of my players drop. That's unfortunate. But, you know, we don't really have that much on him. Jalen Ferguson is now on my radar as someone who looks like they can actually handle center field. Yeah. Clay Fisher's looking like a nice little shortstop. He's hitting quite well. His problem's always going to be, can he hit enough to carry his glove? And I don't know that he will. But I do know he's 24. So I'm going to go ahead and promote him to AA, and let's just see how he does. And what could happen is the game could very well just kick him back down. If that's what happens, that's what happens. I'm not gonna lose much sleep over that. Let's go up to international free agent signing. I mean, he's pretty terrible, but that's okay. There's some good ones, but good lord, are they expensive. I would instantly pay for Manny Hurtado if I thought we had a chance to actually get him, which I don't think we do. We gotta try to we gotta be cheap, right? You actually look very good, Senor Escovel. Not you, you. Oh, you won't let me do it. Yeah. Because you've only given me 1.87 million. So I gotta do dumpster diving, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I could give him a shot. Because if I don't use the money, I lose it, right? So let's just see if he takes my deal. Okay, Josh Rojas is a reasonably good outfielder. Brett Cumberland is nothing exceptional. I'm not giving up a good starting pitcher until I know that I don't need him. So I'm going to have to say no to this. If anyone at all would take my super expensive players, I would definitely make those deals. I want to wait till after the All-Star game because the moment someone's named an All-Star, they instantly gain a bit more cachet in trades. Let's get you to rehab. Ramon Urias. He's going to miss a fair bit of time. Do I have a ready replacement waiting in the wings? Ryan Mountcastle can't really play any position other than first that well. Bannon plays second. We can give him a go. Set position to second, and then promote. We found David Rendon. I don't think is very good, but you apparently think he might be. Hey, something good happened. Good for you, mate. And we got Angel Otero, so that's fine. It's not anything too exciting. We're going to get another top 3 pick, which is really good news, because we still need to make sure that we're investing heavily into our farm system. Excuse me. I genuinely don't know who they're going to pick. Let's find out. Miguel Castro. You're now an all-star. Congratulations, mate. And Trey Mancini made it too. Nice. I had 2 all-stars this year. And I don't know why Castro got picked. But I guess he does have a pretty good ERA this year. Yeah, maybe. Future games. Emerson Hancock makes the roster. Adley Rushman makes the roster. Anyone else from Baltimore? Aaron Fletcher. That's pretty good stuff, actually. It's a sign that we're moving in the right-ish direction to have 3 people on the futures game roster. So let's go ahead, select read all. All-Star Home Run Challenge. Let's check the box score. How did our players do in the futures game? Got a hit for Rushman. And my other guys didn't play. That's alright. Oh, Fletcher pitched. 1 inning of shutout baseball. Very nice. We could play the home run challenge if we wanted to. None of one from my team made it, so I don't think it's really worth me bothering. But you can do it. And then you actually just time the swing to hit a home run. But we're just going to turn to OTP. Maybe we'll play, if people want to see that, maybe we'll play it in a later season. But for right now, we want to try to get ourselves to the off-season. So, Miguel Castro. Pretty okay relief pitcher. Let's get a scouting report, please. Pretty very okay. We could trade him. But maybe we won't. Of all the players I'm most tempted to trade Michael Gibbons, and here's why. He's very obviously overrated. He's doing a really bad job. What could I get for Mr. Gibbons? I just don't think he has anything to offer this team right now. I'd rather trade for a younger player who might be more useful down the line. Okay, we could get DeMarcus Evans. I love the idea of DeMarcus Evans. I love his heat. I don't love his lack of control, but he's one of these guys who's such a good strikeout pitcher that maybe he'll make up for that. I kind of like the idea of grabbing him. Curtis Taylor's a bit more traditional. He definitely has a much better ability to throw strikes, which is important. Evans is pure raw horsepower. If he strikes enough people out, the control issues won't matter as much. I do think he's actually a bit more raw than he thinks. Curtis Taylor is arguably closer to Major League ready. I'm going to bet on the future. I'm going to take DeMarcus Evans. And I'm going to see if I can't get anything else out of you two. Leody Taveras. Like you. You know what? That's fair. What would I have to give up? Just out of curiosity. One of my best prospects, so I'm going to say no to that. For now. Okay, so 50 is too much to ask for. How about a quality 40? Looking over here, we've got real good prospect strength. We need outfield and relievers. Angel Aponte is just terrible. Steel Walker. I like his name. Would you give me Steel Walker? It's an insult. Oh, wow. That's even more insane for what they're demanding. Okay, I see how it is. You have to consider Zion Bannister, right? Even as kind of a throw-in. No. Andrew Beckwith is a low-key possible starter. And then his bat won't play at first base, but he's also crazy young. No, he'd want a lot more. I guess that's reasonable. Orselli Gomez is a big kid. Not very good. Well, alright. Mr. Beckwith is Rule 5 eligible. I'd have to put him on the 40 man if I took him. You know, I believe in him enough to do that. William Jeffrey. I'd be betting on him randomly improving as a hitter, and his past couple of years don't suggest that he can do that. Eric Jenkins, again, meh. I don't really want Rule 5 eligible because I don't want to waste a 40-man spot on someone that I don't think is going to stick around. Mitchell Berryhill. Pretty good athleticism. A good batting eye. He's already 23, though, is the issue. And he's never hit for power in the minors. I don't think this is a 270 bat. Also, I can't trade for you because you just got drafted. Never mind. I don't think you'll let me trade for you. I want outfielders, and if I can't get outfielders, I want relief pitchers. Meh. Louis Feliz can draw some walks, but I think maybe we just take this deal. We get 2 quality minor leaguers for a very low price. Like, I don't know why they're not playing Keibert Ruiz, to be honest with you. Let's complete the trade. These are the kinds of trades we have to make, though, where the team clearly gets better. Where are my new acquisitions? Here's DeMarcus Evans. I'm going to let you pitch in AAA. And I'm going to take over you. And where's my other dude? Beckwith is already 25. I'm actually more tempted to put him in the majors, but I think we'll just send him to AAA too. For now. Like, I don't want to start the clock unnecessarily on Fletcher. Especially when he's really struggling. I'm going to kick you down to single A. I'm going to let you regain your confidence, and then we'll consider promoting you. Oh, you came out of nowhere. You are more than 50, so I don't want the AI controlling you. You can stay where you are for right now. Who do we promote? Hernais, I'm letting you free. I mean, I guess it's Beckwith. Like, I want DeMarcus Evans to get some innings in AAA. I think Beckwith is about as good as we're going to get. Unless I just promote a starter. Like Zimmerman. Yeah, Zimmerman might be the call. I know he hasn't pitched particularly well this year in AAA. It looks like he's really struggling with homers. And walks, which he's supposed to be good at. You know what? LeBlanc is 35. I'm going to call you up. And I'm going to let you do long relief. Look, there's nothing about you that's exceptional, but you can at least eat some innings for me. I think you can manage that much. Let us sim forward. We think Miguel Castro's got a bit of upside. And that was his first scouting report. Okay. San Diego, you will give me Jurickson and Profar. No. I am not giving you one of the best prospects in Major League Baseball for Jurickson and Profar. No matter how much I do like him, no. Reject. Yeah, Miguel Sano won the home run derby. That's fun. Who else could we trade? There's a couple things. There's a couple kinds of players we'd want to trade. Players who are real expensive, or players who are real old. No one's going to take Davis or Cobb, which sucks. Mancini wants to get paid, and the dude's hitting with a 700 slugging percentage. What would it take for an extension? Oh, God, he wants, like, all the money. Let's be brutally honest with ourselves. Trey Mancini is really, really freaking good. Right now. He's also 28 years old, which is his peak season, obviously. He's real expensive. And let's be honest, we're not going to make any kind of moves to get us toward the playoffs for at least 2 full seasons. The good news is I have control of him. So then the question becomes, is he going to be part of the next contender? Let's scout him. It looks like he hasn't been scouted yet, so let's do that. San Diego, this is literally the exact same deal. Let me make this clear, crystal clear. He is untouchable. Please stop. Hey, how'd our people do? Mr. Mancini. Oh, look, helps you look at the right side of the thing. Derpy, derpy, derp. He pinch hit and didn't get a hit. Wah wah. Miguel Castro pitched a scoreless inning. And who was the other guy? No, that was it. Yeah, those are my only 2 players. That's fine. No, that's reasonable. I'm just going to sim long enough for you to give me another email. Here we go. Leak is a 60 out of 80. Hmm. Oh, this is such a tough call. This is really, really a tough call. Of his Major League season so far, 2 have been really, really good, and he regressed significantly in his sophomore season. Okay. This season, he's amazing. He's crushing baseballs, he's hitting consistently, he's drawing walks. The question we have to ask ourselves is twofold. Can he do it again? Is he worth paying tens of millions a year if he can? I don't have a ready replacement for him. All of my best prospects play other positions. My best offensive prospect is a catcher, and the down ballot ones are mostly outfielders, the odd couple of other positions. Ryan Mountcastle is not terrible, and is probably something like 80% of Trey Mancini. But he's also hitting really badly in AAA this year. So that's a knock against him. I have some tough decisions to make. Actually, that's actually a great place to start. Who here is going to be added to the 40-man roster? Because whoever isn't is going to be on the trading block. Let's start with Yasniel Diaz. Pretty talented right fielder, okay hitter. My system is thin for outfielders. I think he gets a 40-man spot. Mostly because I can't take Chris Davis off. God damn it, Chris Davis. You're so terrible. Okay, Diaz, you get a 40-man spot. And I just realized I don't have to do that now. The reason I would do it now is because I either intend to promote him, which I actually think I will. Like, if I could seriously get rid of someone like Chris Davis, I would instantly promote Diaz. You know what? Hayes is having kind of a bad year. I'm going to demote him and promote Diaz. Let him have a chance in the majors. I think he's earned it. Oh, sorry. I need everything. And then he's going to get some playing time. That's fine. Anyone else I definitely want to add to the 40-man right now? Not really, because I don't want to start the clock on him. I think Bruce Zimmerman is going to get promoted as soon as rosters expand. Because Malone ain't nothing. I'm not bringing him back. There's no reason to bring him back. I'd rather get younger and see if one of my younger players can show me something. So, okay. Problem number 1 is Trey Mancini. Jose Iglesias is a good shortstop. He hits okay. And he's pretty cheap. I don't see any justification for trying to get rid of you. And everyone else on my team is like stupidly cheap. Maybe trade Pedro Severino. Maybe. Or Cisco. How much do I believe in my good pal, Redley? I just realized now that I gave him his wrong name. It's Adley. Sorry. How much do I believe in you? You're struggling in AAA. And it's always seemed like it's taken you a bit of time to adjust to a new league, which is reasonable. You're 22 years old. You're young for your league. I can give you time to develop. Taylor Davis. What could I get for you? You're the exact kind of player I don't need. You're like a fifth catcher in an organization where I've already got 4 superstars. Potential superstars. Someone's got to be willing to give me something for you. I can literally add 1 player, Eduardo Jimenez. I don't think you're worth it, my dude. Well, I guess that's the issue. There's no reason to take him because they know if they could get him in. Yeah, I think some of these guys I'm just gonna let them walk in the year 5 Rule 5 draft. Velasquez, dude. I don't see it. I don't see much value to you, but maybe. Did he really play for Cleveland? I legitimately don't remember him. And I guess only had 12 plate appearances, and they were pretty shitty plate appearances, so, you know, maybe I'm not out of bounds. I just think maybe we just let some of these guys go and then worry about the rest of it whenever we worry about it. I have so many catchers in the system. My word. What could I get for a Brett Cumberland? A good mid-tier prospect. Doesn't have a real future in this organization. I'm getting some names. Most of the best players. Okay, I'm getting some really good offers. Victor Mesa. Let me make this clear. His name is Amazing. A fantastic outfielder. Okay, I think you have a lot of potential. Brian Miller would also be a good ad. And I'm an organization that desperately needs outfielders, right? So it's not a bad choice to turn a catcher into an outfielder. Juan Pablo Martinez looks like he'll be... Alright, let's... Outfielders only. Let's just narrow this down for ourselves. I thought you could filter here. Can you not filter? I guess you can't filter. Alright. Jarren Duran. Good contact hitter. Reasonably good power. Not too special. Really fast, good corner outfielder. He's not a bad second baseman. Maybe. Stuart Fairchild. Decent all-around hitter. Really good plate discipline. Major League track record suggests he'll hit somewhat. Not a lot of power, and the power he has is mostly doubles power. Having a really bad year at AA. Maybe. Peyton Burdick. Possible elite level power. good plate discipline. Reasonably good outfielder. Don't know much about him. In college, he was a monster hitter, and it just looks like, so far as a professional, he's had 2 really good years and 2 really bad. He's had a good year and a bad year. Maybe. Brian Miller. Okay hitter, very fast, very good defense. Will probably never hit for power. If I had a season like this in the majors, I would love him. We have Victor, who we already looked at. Brewer Hicklin. Already hits for pop. Good speed. Good discipline. Not great contact hitting. A year like his 2019 isn't a difficult pill to swallow. If he were a center fielder. This is a little light for a corner outfielder. Blake Perkins. All about that discipline. Josh Stowers, kind of meh. Desmond Lindsay. Good discipline, good power. Decent defense. Again, bad at contact. Bryce Johnson. Complete absence of power. Granted. The rest of his skill set looks decent. But I don't think it's good enough. Like, my dude Victor is an amazing outfielder. And even if he's not a great hitter, if your defense is good enough, that doesn't really matter. Or you could pick a guy like Brian Miller, who seems to have quite a few tools. Is having a pretty good year in AAA. And he'd be a nice center fielder. Or a pretty decent left fielder. I'm enraptured by Victor, though. Not just because of his outstanding name. Really outstanding. But because he's so good defensively and so fast. That even if he never hits, he'll still probably make the majors in a platoon role or as a backup outfielder. OSA thinks he's got a bit more of a ceiling on him, too. If OSA is right, we have basically a league average hitter who's going to play really great defense. I think I've got it down to either Miller if I want the better hitter, OSA is a little higher on him than we are. Miller's unquestionably going to be the better hitter. He's going to get on base. He's probably going to steal bases. And he's going to play really good center field. What about Peyton Burdick here? You've got the 3 choices here, right? I've got country strong Peyton Burdick, who's going to hit for power, we think. I've got the middle of the road guy who combines good defense with good hitting, but will never be outstanding at either. And then I've got Victor, who's got an amazing name, is incredibly fast, and is a phenomenal fielder, and we're just not sure he'll ever hit. Could I get super greedy? Can I get Victor and Peyton Burdick? You all have something to offer me. You don't want much more. Okay, first of all, not 4 pro years. Not 4 pro years. If I took Brian Miller, which I could, what would I have to add in? Basically nothing. Like, Duran Turchin is just a worse version of Victor. It's not really close to being fair. We should ask for more. Could I get like a young stud starting pitcher? Like Brady Encarnacion? Okay, you'd give him to me. I can't trade for you. Connor Scott. I give 4 outfielders for a catcher and a mediocre outfielder. And this is going to help us restock our farm system. Because the chances that one of these guys turns out to be a good Major League outfielder is... like... It couldn't not happen, I think. And all I'm giving up is, admittedly, a good catcher, but who doesn't have a place on this roster. And a mediocre outfielder. And I'm getting 4 in return. If I could just get like a decent relief pitcher thrown in, this would be a brilliant move. Oh, you are raw, my friend. But I like it. How on earth are you already on the 40-man? Oh, I bet you got promoted right when you were... Oof. You're a spicy dude. Maybe someone a little bit less spicy. Samuel Strickland. You're a borderline starter, my dude. Would you give me Mr. Strickland? Oh, you just drafted him. Okay. No, that's fine. I didn't want him anyway. I did want him, but that's okay. I'm trying to grab anyone else I'm going to have to immediately throw on the 40-man. You know what? I'm not that interested by him, but just for the sake of getting a 5th player, he'll think about it. Are you that high on Cumberland? It's the only thing I can think of. It's like, I get it that Cumberland could start right now, but you're giving me... Who did I just take off? I don't want to take you jerks off. I wanted to add, well, maybe that is what I wanted. Oh no, Connor Scott. Connor Scott's not that great. Could I get Yuri Perez? I cannot. Brady Encarnacion? Not enough. And then if you want Ferguson, you can have Ferguson. He wants slightly more. I'm fine with that. I'm getting 3 good outfielders and 2 interesting pitchers for players that'll never play for the Baltimore Orioles. They'll never make the major league roster. Done. Whole bunch of prospects trading hands. But I think I won that. Mostly in quantity, but also in quality, I think. What do I do with you, Mountcastle? I don't know. Okay, Mr. Mancini. Can I get you to take a bit of a discount? No. How about 9? How about that? No. Wow, he really wants his 12 million. That's gonna be fun trying to pay for it. Okay. Never mind, dude. You're asking for Austin Hayes in exchange for a much worse version of Austin Hayes. Could you maybe be a little bit less stupid? If you don't mind. I'd appreciate it. I have desperately tried to trade you multiple times, Mr. Cobb. Nobody wants you. I will literally take anybody as long as they take you off my hands and I can burn off the contract in a year. You know what? Rusney Castillo, you're objectively terrible, but you have an important advantage over Alex Cobb. You have a 1-year deal. He has a 2-year deal. Done. Right. How many... Do you have the right to refuse service? You probably do. Yeah, and the moment I put you on the 40-man, you're going to have to get... Yep, I knew that was going to happen. That's fine. Let's go ahead and call up Wojciechowski. You can be a starting pitcher again, I guess. Cedric, go to AAA, please, and then Castillo, you can play wherever you're going to play. I genuinely don't care. Can I get rid of Chris Davis? Is there anybody people hate so much that they will take Chris Davis off my hands? No, they will not. We tried, guys. I'm not giving up Grayson Rodriguez. Stop being stupid, please. Let's continue. Texas, you're offering me a possible future starter for Austin Hayes. Here's the thing. If this many people want Austin Hayes, why shouldn't I look into trading him? To see if I can get something better. Only prospects, please. Any position is fine. So far, the best player I've been offered is a 55. Oh, here's a 60. He is a pretty tremendous relief pitcher. There's a 55, a 55. Who's the best hitter that you're offering? Domingo Leyba. Leyba is a pretty decent second baseman. Leyba might be worth it. Eh. You're a really good hitter. Like, really, really good. I also don't have a place to play you. That's not true. I could play you at first and then DH Mancini. I could get Brett Cumberland back, which would just be hilarious. Tempting. Toro's got some future on him, as I like to say. Let's narrow it down to infielders. There's Leyba. Alexander. Phenomenal first baseman. Not worth it. Chatham. Chatham could be a good middle infielder for years to come. He's already 25, so I basically have to promote him to the majors. But good potential contact, has hit fairly well in the minors apart from last season. Oh no, it's a 340. I thought it's a 248. Yeah. He's always hit. He's got enough power to hit some doubles. Chatham would be a nice acquisition. Tequan Forbes, not going to bother with. Aramis Adaman, not nearly as quality as Chatham. Yu Chang, I don't want him, but I kind of do. Maybe. Really good minor league hitting numbers. Maybe. Like, the best hitter is Diaz, and there's no question of that. But I have nowhere to play him. Like, okay, let's say I trade for him and I DH and I play one and DH Mancini. That still leaves Diaz, or that still leaves Davis without a position, and I can't get rid of him. Sanchez is a really good shortstop who kind of hits okay, but Chatham's better than he is. I think I'm going to take Chatham, or however you're meant to pronounce it. You're nothing special. I think I will trade for Chatham. I'm just going to say a different pronunciation every time I see his name, and eventually I'll get it right. Hotham. There we go. That's definitely not his name. Would you throw in Eddie McCabe? No, because you just drafted him. That's fair. could get yet another power hitting third baseman who probably won't ever hit enough to make it in the majors. I've already got arguably the best hitter in your system. Can I get Politi? Yes. Alex Scherf? Why not? He'll need to think about it. You know what? Let's offer this. This is a pretty ridiculous package for an admittedly okay player. Like, yeah, if he hits like he did in 2019, he's amazing, but he also barely played that year. And he's hitting pretty badly this year. I'm going to submit the offer and see if he'll take it. If they will take it, I'm just going to trade it. And my assistant GM wants even more, then he's just going to have to accept it. Nah. You know what? Then I'll drop Scherf and I'll take this. I'm getting someone I could potentially use right this second. Or, even better, someone I can let work in AAA to get his contact up. I've got a potential powerhouse who's very raw. He's going to need some time, but I think he'll make it. And I've got a really interesting pitcher who might end up in the bullpen, but if he does, that's okay. I'm making this trade. You're just going to have to deal with it, AI. We're going for quantity right now. Quantity is the order of the day. Chatham. Kindly make your way to AAA. Where is other dude? Where is other dude? I got 3 people. Where are the others? Okay, there they are. We're fine. Who's my current second baseman? Alberto. But you're not really a replacement for Alberto. You're a long-term replacement for Iglesias. And I guess a short-term replacement for Bannon. Like, Iglesias' contract is extremely reasonable. So I'm going to go ahead and probably extend it. But I like having Chatham in the wings. He's actually a better second baseman than Bannon. Well, Bannon's also killing baseballs, though. We'll make a decision on who does what at the end of the season. I hate Chris Davis so much. Would you do me a favor and retire? Oh, definitely. I gotta offer everything. I eat 10% of his salary. $15. $30. Yeah, I'm not trading him. That's fine. Yeah, we have a lot of prospects clustered around those same talent level. So until some of them start to make their presence felt, we really can't hurt ourselves by trading. Why on earth do you think I want Jay Bruce? You seem to be under the apprehension that I want to try to win this year. I don't. I do, however, not mind that you have traded Urios. Maybe we'll wait. That's fine. Let's take a quick moment and look at all of our people who done played. Mr. Witt and Mr. Floyd both need more time in the minors. I'm 100% fine with leaving them where they are. Or using Witt as a two-way player. Interesting. Okay. We can let you try it out. Mr. Hancock has really showed himself in 45 innings, but I also don't want to rush him. So we'll leave him as is. Senor Rodriguez. This is his second full year in A-ball. Has some issues with the manager, which is understandable, I guess. His strikeout rate did take a bit of a tumble. I think he'll be on a short list to be promoted in early next season. Hall, yeah, dude, you need more time in high A. Fletcher, I think you got a bit of your swagger back. I think we'll put you back in Double A next season, but I want you to stay there for the rest of this season. You guys aren't in my brain trust, so I don't really care. Mountcastle, you're getting your butt handed to you. Let's try to get you some confidence back in Double A. And we'll do the same for you, actually. It seems like AAA's been really hard for people this season, which is normal. Absolutely normal. And then the rest of you guys will just kind of figure it out. Okay. Let's go to the draft pick signing deadline. I really think getting rid of Cobb is going to be huge. Seen some improvements here. I like it. Victor. Reiser is putting in some good work. Good to see. I love seeing this. Oh, mwah. This trade's already starting to work out for us. He put heat on his fastball. That could be big. Any other... Tanner's really kind of struggling. I'm a little disappointed by him. I guess we'll let him try to figure it out. Wasn't Beckwith's control already, like, ridiculously silly? Maybe. Poor Eduardo Nunez. You had such high hopes. But we murdered your streak. Won't get any comp picks, that's fine. Ramon Urias is ready to come back, and I just don't have a spot for him, really. Because Bannon's better than he is, or at least arguably the same. Hang out in AAA. I haven't looked much into this season's rotation or lineup, and it's because, quite frankly, there's literally nothing I could do. Oh, Mr. Cisco. You just got hurt. Do we call up Rushman? We do not, my friends. We absolutely do not. That would be stupid. I'm going to let him keep playing in the minors for now. But I also have loads of catchers, right? Austin wins. You're up. Give me that good stuff. Is Cisco going to get pipped? Not this season. I want to see him truly excel before I force him up to the majors. Because the moment I start his clock is the moment we risk losing him. And it's just not worth it, to be frank with you. Yeah, look at Adley. He's like, ooh. He's figuring shit out. Like, quite superficially, he reminds me kind of Joe Mauer. But without the raw contact. He's a little more complete of a hitter, but there's a lot of Mauer in him. Some other changes. Hancock's losing a bit of his ability, which is unfortunate. And Witt's already starting to crater, which I guess, you know, not every prospect works out. Adam Hall seems quite good. You're interesting because I don't know how to handle your strange mix of skills. Like, you've hit every stop in the minors. But maybe you've just never really been tested? I'm going to take over your development. I'm going to shove you into a proverbial wood chipper. You're 21. I don't want to rush you too quickly. I want you in high A. And I want to see how you handle it. Because you've hit everywhere you've been in the minors. Well enough to carry your exceptional glove. So I don't see a huge downside. And Isaac Matson did some things, which is lovely. We can only add 2 more people to our roster. Victor. Let's let him play more in AAA and then make a decision here. Cedric Mullins and Urias, that sounds good. There we go. And then we sim to the end of the regular season. And you're just going to miss 1 week, so I don't really care. That's bad. I didn't want to see him blow out his elbow in his first season, but it happens. Um, Dylan Tate, welcome back to the Major League roster. How about some innings? Just keep sucking, guys. We want that #1 overall pick. Hooray! Rehab assignment. Yeah, I don't care about any of this stuff. Oh, guys, we did it! We were the worst team in Major League Baseball. That's an accomplishment. The Royals gave us a run for our money, as did the Tigers. But we got it. So we're going to obviously want to spend a good bit of time scouting the cream of the crop and see who might end up where. Go ahead and end the playoffs if you would. Delightful. No, I have to put him on the 40-man. That's fine. I got the Astros, Twins, Cardinals, and Pirates. Yeah, I don't think the Pirates would make the World Series this year, so that's a bit strange. So we had a really bad season. It's fine. Oh, we got a new owner. That's good news. First of all, Jose Iglesias. Iglesias is a really good shortstop okay. He wants leadership. You know what? Let's go ahead and execute the option. I very much agree with you. You want me to bring some of my drafted players to the team? That's fine. A new budget. He's giving me a payroll bump, which I quite like. If we look at the owner, he's very controlling. But he's hands off, he wants profit, and he's lenient. So how controlling is he? We'll see. It is such torture to watch that go all the way across and then not actually get anyone. Let's review the team. Let's see who did well and who did meh. Sorting by war. Jose Rondon was absolutely terrible. He even made Chris Davis look good. Why was he my DH at any point during the season? I don't know. Our best players were Mancini and Iglesias, so I'm glad we executed his option. We'll keep him around for one more year. Hanser Alberto, our existing second baseman, had a pretty okay season. Sort of. Not really. By WOBA, we had one great hitter, and everyone else ranged from adequate to acceptable to dumpster fire. High dumpster fire. Oof. Pitching. Pitching stats. Okay, most of the team was actually really terrible. Good to know. So FIP minus is basically as an indicator that if it's under 100, it means they pitched better than their stats look. Oh no, that's just relative to league average. That's right. So yeah, if we compare, you had a FIP of 488, but you actually got an ERA of 374. No one's FIP looks great, which means basically everything needs to get better. Oh, we were bad at everything but defense, basically. We were kind of okay at home runs. How bad was Anthony Santander that 29 homers only earned him like a win and a half? I don't know. That's a question for another time. Cedric Mullins, why the shit were you the leadoff hitter? You don't get on base. What? Oh, you must be one of those jackass bench coaches. Yeah. Okay. Right. Do we start the off season now, or wait until next episode? Because we'll be taking more time, I think, at least until I get my feet back under with Out of the Park Baseball 21, I think we will start doing the 2 episodes to cover half a season, for now. And then as I play more and I get more used to it, I'll speed things up a bit and we'll make some other decisions. So we're going to hire a couple new coaches. The biggest decision next season is going to be who the number 1 overall pick is. And when we can start changing some of our minor league system into actual major league talent. Until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.